Hi everyone, time for a weather impact alert. It is a Wednesday night. It's about 8:40 here on November 19th. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 19 Plus, also on our Facebook page and streaming on our YouTube channel. We're just going to bring you up to date on the forecast. We are anticipating rain, some thunderstorms overnight closer to Interstate 30, and then more heavier rain, thunderstorms tomorrow night into Friday morning. Right now, tracking just some light rain moving from Waco to the northeast, should move into Athens, a couple of light rain showers. These showers back here just crossing Interstate 35 should hold together and bring us just a few light rain showers, maybe as far north as Tyler or Gilmer. And then overnight, there'll be a heavier area of rain and thunderstorms that forms northwest of Dallas, and that'll track along Interstate 30. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, if you live in Mount Pleasant or anywhere in Franklin, Morris, or Titus County, maybe even DeKalb County, it could be raining a little bit. Rest of us will likely be dry for the morning commute, so you don't need any extra time. We do have the weather impact alert, mainly for Thursday night, Friday morning. Biggest threat here is going to be heavy rainfall. I could see a scenario where we pick up as much as 5 inches of rain in some isolated spots by Friday morning. If you look longer term, we'll talk about that in just a minute here, we could be looking at 4 to 5 inches of rain across much of the area between now and next Wednesday. But in the short term, we're talking about up to 3 waves of rain, one overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, a second one that comes in Thursday evening, and then a third one over Deep East Texas. That would be late overnight Thursday into Friday morning. Flash flooding is possible, so we need you to get the latest radar updates using the CBS 19 app. You can use the app, and there's a radar image on there, and you can just check the radar and see where the rain and the thunderstorms are. And if you're up late at night wondering about rain and about any kind of severe weather, you can check that app. If it's just rain and thunder, of course, you can go back to bed. If there's some severe weather, we would be streaming on CBS 19 Plus. So just to give you a heads up on all of that. All right, rainfall forecast. So an 80% chance of rain. Again, it's going to be tomorrow night, Friday morning. 50% chance for showers Friday morning. You can see kind of how they're widely scattered. I believe Saturday's dry. Sunday night, we get back into another storm that moves in. I'll show you where that storm is here in just a second. But that's a 30% chance of rain Sunday night. And then Monday, a 70% chance of rain. And I went ahead and posted a weather impact alert for Monday because this is going to be an impactful rainfall. It may not be severe, and still maybe too early to tell whether or not we have any severity of these storms, but it'll be impactful for travel, even air travel. If you were headed back toward DFW to fly, you may get a little bit of a ground stop thanks to some heavy rainfall. Certainly out of Tyler, might be some ground stops Longview, and also over toward Shreveport. There could be some ground stops due to the heavy rain Monday morning. It does look like this rain could last a good portion of the day on Monday. At any rate, severe weather outlook overnight tonight. It's a marginal or level 1 out of 5 risk. So maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm warning from Athens up toward Tyler, Mineola toward Gilmer, Mount Pleasant as far northeast as Linden. And this is mainly from now until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then that area will shift a little bit farther to the southeast. I want to show you the storm energy here tonight. Certainly have some energy available for severe weather. It's moderate at this time, but the trouble is we have nothing to get the air rising. So there's no front. There's no little disturbance moving through to sort of kick up those showers. But if there was, we'd have some stronger thunderstorms. Right now, there's moderate storm energy, just nothing to really get anything going. It's warm and humid. Notice by tomorrow morning, that storm energy follows that area where there is that marginal risk. And so that marginal risk will exist from Dallas through Emory up toward Mount Pleasant. Rest of the area, you're talking about weak energy to no energy at all. It sort of returns as we head into Thursday night, but it stays on the weaker side of things. Some moderate storm energy in parts of Houston County, so maybe a stronger storm down there by Friday morning. And then the rest of Friday ends up being primarily just a showery day if we have anything over Deep East Texas. All right, severe potential. When we put all of the ingredients together, you'll note that this evening, again, it marches or matches that sort of level 1 out of 5 or marginal risk across the area. But you can see any area in green, that's going to be a low potential for severe weather. Heading through the overnight hours, it follows where that storm energy is. And then tomorrow evening, across East Texas, as we do see a few heavier thunderstorms in the forecast potentially moving in. And by Friday evening, that storm energy is gone. Right now outside, temperature sits at 73 degrees, and it is a spring-like 73. with a southeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So it's sort of a muggy, still, warm, spring-like night instead of November with these temperatures in the low 70s. And again, this is owed in part to the fact that we have all that storm energy out there. Satellite and radar picture. There's your storm. Not as compact, not as strong as it was, say, 12 hours ago. It's starting to come apart a little bit. We're starting to see pieces of the storm move out across New Mexico, other parts of the storm toward Arizona. The strongest part of the storm will be connected to wherever the upper level low tracks. And right now it looks like it will track off to our northwest of Tyler and Longview and Mount Pleasant and Nacogdoches and Jacksonville. We'll still have rain and thunder, don't get me wrong. But if you look at it right now, a couple thunderstorms here, northwest of Dallas, in fact, north of Abilene. They're moving northeast toward Oklahoma City. The light rain showers out west of I-35. Back here in West Texas, we also have some light rain showers. Clouds are also increasing across the area, and the storm itself, again, sits way out here. But do you see this energy up here? This is a second storm that will drop into the southwestern part of the United States. And so by Sunday into Monday, that storm will begin to eject or move out of the southwest and move toward East Texas. So here's how this plays out from the 30,000-foot view, just giving you this big view of how the storm moves across the area. You've got rain here Wednesday night, which is tonight, Thursday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning. You get to Sunday morning, you have light rain showers to our southwest and a bigger storm again that will impact us Monday, and that'll have the bigger impact for the travel Monday into Tuesday. So weather impact alert for thunderstorms is going to be mainly tomorrow night, Friday morning. Gusty winds, some flash flooding is possible, though right now it looks like it's isolated at best, so maybe some isolated areas where the water comes up. Of course, there could be ponding on the roadways, so that could cause some slippery roads. So please be careful, kind of slow down when you come across some of that water on the roads. If you are out tomorrow evening or Friday morning, you will need an umbrella. CBS19 app, we always say that is a good idea to have in case any warnings are issued. But again, in this case, it looks like there would be 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warnings issued, not a widespread severe weather event. Okay, so Thursday morning, 3 a.m. This is going to be tomorrow morning. There's that one shower, just kind of tracking up here toward Paris, moves quickly to our north. So this is 6 a.m. We're dry in East Texas. This is why that weather impact alert's for the second half of the day. We get to the afternoon. Now we get a couple of showers starting to fire up about 4:30. We're going to get later into the evening by about 8. Now we've got this widespread area of rain. Thunder leading edge has some gusty winds to it. Temperatures are in the mid-70s. This will be a humid 74 at Nacogdoches Center and Henderson. A cooler or rain-cooled 66 at Canton and near 70 at Athens. Heavy rainfall, gusty winds move in. Play this out a couple more hours. Just notice how fast it's moving. By 11 p.m., it's approaching Linden. It's moved through Tyler. It's in Longview. It's Henderson, Jacksonville, at Crockett. Okay, so hitting Tyler 8, 9, 10 o'clock, getting to Longview at about 11, leaving Mount Pleasant at about 11, arriving in Jacksonville around 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow. Gusty winds, heavy downpours, that moves off to the east. It weakens appreciably once it gets east of Tyler and Longview. Skies clear out a little bit Friday morning at 3 a.m. Additional showers begin to come back in. These are just rain showers, maybe up until about early afternoon Friday. So we have the weather impact alert going until Friday midday. I think 1:30 will qualify as midday. Saturday morning, 1 a.m., couple showers in deep East Texas, otherwise dry. Temperatures by Saturday evening, much cooler in the lower 60s. So we go from shorts to maybe needing jeans, flannel shirts, sweatshirts, or something of that nature if you're out Saturday night. All right, skip ahead to Monday. Big travel day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, of course, leading up to Thanksgiving. Fairly potent storm coming out of here. Lots of yellows, lots of heavy rainfall, gusty winds. Small threat of severe weather may materialize as this low pressure area tracks right along Interstate 20 and moves closer and moves toward Interstate 30 and up into Arkansas. So there is that threat for strong to severe thunderstorms, heavy rainfall once again Monday afternoon. Now take a look at the rainfall forecast over the next 7 days. These areas in orange here, 5 to 7 inches of rainfall. More likely probably on the lower end, closer to 5. That would include Gilmer, That would include Mount Pleasant, Canton, and Emory, and maybe northwestern parts of Smith County. So Lindale would be in that. Hideaway would be in that. You come over here toward Kilgore and Longview. Now you're into this area, which corresponds with about 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. Henderson and Jacksonville are in that 3 to 4, maybe 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rainfall. Deep East Texas, Center, Nacogdoches, Lufkin in that purple area of 2 to 2.5. Down toward Hemphill, more like 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches. Basically, a lot of rain in a few days. So that's why flash flooding is a concern. Excessive rainfall also a concern. All right, let's go hour by hour on Thursday. I think the first batch of rain moves closer to Interstate 30 and nothing happens. We wait till 2 o'clock, clouds are building. By 4 o'clock, a few showers. We've reached our daytime high about 79, right around 2 o'clock. We start cool off a little bit by 4. 6 p.m., maybe a break, but by the time we get to 7 and 8 o'clock, we're talking about rain and thunderstorms moving in as we get to 10 o'clock as temperatures fall into the upper 60s. And again, rain overnight into the first half of Friday. Here's your Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So first half of Friday, maybe up again till about 1 o'clock with temperatures bouncing back to around 79. Saturday morning, down to 54 degrees, back to around 75 for the high Saturday. But you may have noticed that the temperatures fall back into the 60s by the evening. And that means by Sunday morning, we're tumbling into the 50s. Bouncing back with lots of sunshine, at least for the first half of the day, Sunday up to 74. Clouds increase by Sunday night. We're back into the rain. Weather impact alert again for Monday. Scattered thunderstorms, highs only in the upper 60s. Now that would sort of limit the severe weather potential, but maybe a little bit of hail, maybe some gusty winds here. High temperature 68. We're down to 54 Tuesday morning as the rain comes to an end. It's 67 Tuesday, 65 Wednesday. This is probably the biggest travel day of that whole week. Thanksgiving right now, much cooler. 40 in the morning, 57 by the afternoon. We're down to a frosty 38 Friday morning with a high temperature of 57 Friday afternoon and 38 Saturday morning with a daytime high around 61 Saturday afternoon. So that is a look at your 10-day forecast. Also gave you a look at radar there. We appreciate your time here on CBS 19 Plus and on the Facebook page. If you have any questions on the Facebook page, please post those questions. I'll try to answer those. And on the YouTube channel, you can always like, subscribe, and share this video out so that everyone gets an update. We will have an updated forecast coming up on CBS 19 News at 10 and streaming on CBS 19 Plus. Have a great night, everyone.